Here. Hi, Allie. Good morning. So let's come into a comfortable seat and we'll do a little bit of breathing to warm us up. I still have my socks on. Ah, that's okay. If you're cold, it's okay to have some socks on. Let's rub our palms together. And just open our practice with the sound of Om. Bringing the hands to stillness and drawing them to the heart center, gently lifting the heart up. Let's inhale together. Exhale all the way out, gazing at your third eye center. And keeping your gaze point here as you inhale for Om. Releasing the hands. Come into a slow Bastrica breath. Remember, you never have to do anything that I suggest if it doesn't feel right for you for some reason. So with this breath, we'll inhale and exhale through the nose. And as we inhale, we'll reach the arms up with fingers, or actually let's reach them forward first. So we'll reach the arms forward and then we'll make fists on the exhale, draw the elbows back. And there's an ujjayi happening as well. So your inhale and your exhale are the same length, and it can sound like you're sawing a piece of wood. So let me just demo it and then we'll do it together. Okay, it's really easy. Ready? Let's begin. Make sure you can hear your breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Now start to reach it up a little bit. So your arms will feel like a swing, like they're swinging back and they're swinging forward and up. Three more. Inhale, reach it up. Squeeze your energy upwards as you relax the rest of the body. So it's like your energy is moving up the spine through the hands, but the rest of you is relaxing. Exhale, let it go. Notice any tingling, any heat, any cooling. Good. One more time and we'll speed it up a little bit. The hands are welcome to reach forward or up on your inhale, you can decide, or somewhere in between. And then on your exhale, they draw back. Let's start at the same pace and then we'll speed it up. Good, now go double time. Now keep this breath as you let the arms relax. And speed it up a little more, like you're panting like a dog through the nose. Inhale deeply. Let everything circulate, gazing at your third eye center. Exhale all the way out. You can even lean forward a tiny bit, squeezing out any stale air. Hold the breath out and pump the belly as you sit up. Good. Release the belly. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. If you need to lean forward a little bit to squeeze out that last bit of stale air, feel free to. Hold your breath out, sitting up, and pump the belly. Good job, everyone. Inhale. And last one, exhale all the way out. Holding your breath out, sit up and pump. When you're ready, inhale and release. Let's take 3 Bhramari breaths before we come into our asana practice, clearing the mind of mental chatter. Letting your fingers rest on the eyes very gently. Thumbs get ready to plug the ears. We'll inhale deeply and hum on the exhale. Teeth can be gently touching or relaxed. And the thumbs are gently plugging the ears. Let's inhale to begin. Releasing and noticing the clarity in the mind. And let's come up to standing. If it's comfortable, you can take your socks off. In mountain pose, spreading the toes like a fan. Imagining the inner arches of your feet lifting slightly. And bring your hands like this so your middle fingers are gently touching. And as you inhale, fill the belly, ribs, and chest. And you can just move the hands up with it. And as you exhale, palms face down, releasing the breath from top to bottom. Inhale, filling belly, ribs, and chest. You're full. Exhale, release the breath from the chest, then the ribs, then the belly. Going at your own pace. Layering on your Ujjayi sound, victory breath. Keeping this breath. Now let's let the hands reach out and up on the inhale. You're full at the top. As you exhale, arms reach out and down. These are called sun breaths. You can invite the energy and the warmth of the sun in on these breaths. The next time that you exhale, let's fold. Inhale as you reach out and up, getting tall. You can get so tall that a tiny back bend happens. Exhaling as you reach out and down, folding, hinging. Notice how a rhythm is being created. Good, last one. The next time that you reach up, as you exhale, stay standing in mountain. Keeping your breath. Bring your hands to your hips. If you're standing at the front of your mat, you can step your left foot back, lowering it down at a 45-degree angle. Tailbone is gently tucking, heart is gently lifting, ribs are drawing towards the spine. And let's inhale as we reach out and up, straightening the front knee. Palms touch, exhale, bending into the front knee as they come down through the center. Inhale. Opening the lungs. Exhale, sinking in. Keep the knee bent this time. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, sinking in a tiny bit more. Turn your heart to the side. Inhale here. Exhale as you reach the arms away from the heart. One is reaching forward, one is reaching back. Inhale, hands come back to the heart. Exhale, reaching them away. You're building heat in the legs. Keep the arms extended. Let your palms face up towards the sky. Gazing at your front palm. Begin to reach this palm up towards the sky as your back hand rests on your back leg. Really reach up through that right arm and fingertips as you sink down into the hips and legs. On an inhale, releasing, straightening your front knee. Reaching the arms out over each foot. Stick your back hip out behind you as you reach your front arm forward, bringing it to the leg, ankle, or foot like a kickstand. Your other arm can come to your left hip, or it reaches up to the sky, triangle pose. Keep your breath, keeping the rhythm. Use your next inhale to rise up to center. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips and turn so that you're standing sideways on your mat and both of your feet are facing the long edge of your mat. And then you can turn your toes so that they're jutting inward slightly. Inhale to gaze up, lifting the heart up, little back bend. Exhale as you hinge the hips, coming down halfway. Interlace your fingers behind the back. Good. And on your next exhale, begin to allow your upper body to fold. Let your head hang. You get to decide how deep you go into each posture. Always listening to your body, keeping your breath. You can wiggle your hips a little bit side to side here, like you're leaning ever so slightly towards that right hip and then towards the left. When you're ready, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale here. Inhale the rest of the way up. Beautiful. Turn towards the front of your mat and step up. Stepping the right foot back. Bringing the palms together at the heart. Straightening the knee as you inhale, reach the hands up the center line now. Exhale, bending in as the arms open like you're opening the sky dome. Inhale, they come up. Good. Exhale. Bending into that knee. One more. Keep the bent knee. Bring the palms together at the heart and turn the heart to the side. Inhale here with the palms together at the heart. Exhale as if you're like pressing your heart energy to expand out around you. Good, and keep going. Knee stays bent, legs relax, sink your weight into the feet. Opening that heart energy. Building heat in the legs. The next time that the hands open, let the arms stay open and flip the palms so that they're facing up. Gazing at your front palm. On an inhale, begin to reach this front palm up to the sky as your back hand rests on your back leg. Really reach up through that left arm as you sink into the hips and legs. Good, everyone. One more breath. On an inhale, begin to release. Exhale, straighten your front knee. Arms are reaching out over each foot. Stick your back hip out behind you as you reach your front arm forward and bring it down onto the shin, ankle, or foot. Your right hand can come to the right hip. You're opening your heart to the side, or the right hand can reach up towards the sky. Let the back of your neck be long, tucking the chin, pick a spot to gaze. Use your inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands come to the hips, turning towards the front of your mat and stepping up. Good job. Inhale, reaching out and up. So high, a tiny back bend happens. Exhale, flying down. Bring your hands to the ground and come down onto hands and knees. Good. And reach your right arm forward and roll out through that right wrist. And switch. Left hand comes forward, roll out through the left wrist. Good. And if it's comfortable, stand on your shins for a moment and shake the wrists and hands out. Reach your hands forward like stop signs. Keep your left hand in this position and then take your right fingers to your pinky finger and draw the pinky finger back as the rest of your fingers reach forward. And then the ring finger, middle finger, pointer, thumb. Other side, pinky, ring finger, middle finger, pointer finger, thumb. Good, coming into our wrist strengthener. So you're going to have the majority of your weight, if not all of your weight. Let's say all of your weight is going to be on your shins. So I can bring my fingertips to the mat, but I'm not leaning onto them. Okay. So I'm leaning back on my haunches, but my fingertips are on the mat. And I'm going to, only with my fingertips, am I going to press into the mat, so that as I try to draw my pressing fingertips towards my thumb, it's strengthening my wrists. So there's that, good, there's that resistance there, and you'll feel it right here in the wrist. Nice, and meanwhile, you're kind of strengthening this area right here at the same time. Let's do 2 more. They'll kind of snap up when they reach the thumb, most likely. Good. Now spread your fingers, plant them down, and press your weight into the bed of the fingers and where the fingers meet your hand, instead of back towards the heel of your hand where it will affect your wrist. Inch your knees a little bit behind you and begin to circle your hips around. Come back to your breath. Good, go the other way. You might be able to hear my knees like popping a little bit. The next time that you come forward, walk your hands forward a tiny bit so that you can lower your pelvis down. Good, just kind of rock a little bit side to side and let those shoulders glide away from the ears and neck. Good, and then sink it back into child's pose. Knees can be kind of wide. And really let that low back release. You can even reach the fingers a little bit farther forward and let your head down. Coming back to that third eye center gaze or awareness. Noticing one thing that you're grateful for in this moment, and bringing the palms together over the head. Gently rolling up. Releasing the legs in Sukhasana. Bringing the hands to the knees. Lengthening the spine and circling the belly, massaging all the internal organs. And see if you can go a little slower. Circling the other way. The next time that you come forward, tent your fingertips in front of you, gently folding. Send your breath into the hips or wherever you're feeling this. On your next inhale, rise it up. And switch the crossing of the legs so that your other shin is in front. Just a few breaths. And you might just be leaning forward this much. If this is where you feel it, then this is where you stay. You can even close the eyes, mentally directing your breath, finding new spaces. Relaxing the tip of the tongue, the jaw. On an inhale, rising up. Taking the legs out wide. Just roll the ankles. So you can have little fists behind you. And rolling them the other way. Notice how far this sensation of rolling the ankle goes up into your leg. It goes all the way up into the hip. This is actually really strengthening for your lower legs, and it lubricates the ankle joint. So let's flex the feet now and then point. And flex, opening that back side of the ankle and leg, and point, opening the front of the ankle. One more. Good, and then flex them and keep them flexed and bring your hands in front of you. Just wiggle it around like you're just coaxing the legs open, you're coaxing this body open in new areas. It doesn't matter how it goes. Good. And then just take a little fold at center. Tucking the chin a little bit, like your spine is lengthening. Good. Walk it over towards the right leg. Let your right arm press against the inside of your right leg. And then your left hand can come to your left hip and you're opening your heart up towards the sky. You can stay right here. This might be enough. Or maybe this left arm comes up towards the sky and then keep going over the head as if you're reaching towards this right foot. Yeah. Let's inhale up to center. Other side, let this left arm come down in front of your left leg. Take your right hand to your right hip and just open that heart towards the sky. It's not going to face the sky, but it's the idea of it. Maybe that right arm reaches up and over. Keep your breath. That looks so nice, everyone. On an inhale, reach it up. And one more opportunity at center. You might just hang out. You might like to bring the hands behind you and do a little back bend here. Or you might like to fold. If you're folding, let's bring it up. Take your hands underneath the knees. Hi, Toots. And bend them, and then let's balance on the sitting bones. So you can either hold the outside edges of your feet like this, or you can come into yogi toe lock, taking your first two fingers and wrapping them around the big toe. And then you're sitting up nice and tall, shoulders glide down the back. And you can start by just lifting the feet up a little bit so you're balancing here. And then maybe reach one leg out straight. And switch. Maybe both. Keep your breath, so don't hold your breath here. Continue breathing consciously. Really hard to be distracted and thinking about other parts of life while we're here. Good, try to bring them together. Yeah, lift that heart a tiny teensy weensy bit more. Can you stay balancing as you let the knees come out to the sides, but the soles of your feet come together, holding on to them? Good, and then let the soles of the feet stay together as you bring them down in butterfly. Slightly tilting the pelvis forward like you're reaching forward with your navel point. Begin to flap the knees. And as we're here, let's open the face a little bit. So opening the mouth really wide and the eyes wide. And moving the whole face to the left. Looking as far left as you can. and right and up and down. Try to make an O, a big O with your mouth. Good, and then just move it all around. Bring your right hand to your left shoulder, holding it down. Lean your right ear to your right shoulder. And let your tongue hang down towards your right shoulder. Good, and switch. Left hand comes to the right shoulder. Left ear leaning to the left shoulder, tongue hangs down. So this is really great for your face and maintaining good elasticity in the face, which reduces the creation of wrinkles or getting tight. Beautiful. Bring both hands to your feet. Lift the heart, gaze up as if your head is going to gently fall off the back. And instead of trying to lift your head up from here, just start to lean your heart forward and let the head fall now. Coming into a fold. And let's come lying onto the back, hugging the knees into the chest. Just rock them around, massaging your back on the earth. And if you'd like to, you're welcome to come into a happy baby, holding the outside edges of the feet and continuing to rock side to side. And eventually you can pause in stillness. Bringing your knees together. You can inch your hips ever so slightly to the right. So they're just moving to the right about an inch. And then let your knees fall to the left. And you can hold them down with your left hand. If they don't comfortably go to the floor, then place a cushion underneath them or between them. And reach your right arm away from the knees, letting it rest on the floor, and allow your head to spill towards your right hand. Send a relaxed, nourishing breath into the body. Noticing how slow or soft you can make each breath. Switching sides, inch your pelvis to the left, knees fall to the right. Left arm relaxes on the floor away from the knees. Allow your head to spill to the left. Begin to notice all of the clothing and air and energy that is touching your skin. This largest organ of the body. Notice all of your skin. And as if your skin is glowing, become aware of the space that's directly around you, touching the skin. Beginning to unwind. Take any last pose that your body might be asking for, or any last little movements. As you breathe in these last couple moments, imagine that you're breathing and circulating that light that exists around your body. And as you're ready, you can come into Savasana, letting the legs rest out long, covering the body with a blanket. If it's possible, let the palms of your hands face upwards towards the sky. And simply bask. Bask in your light. Bask in your glow, in your radiance. You can even imagine your cells spinning themselves into that perfect health, perfection, which they already know. I'll sing you a blessing and then we'll rest in silence. Shivaya. Gurave. Satchidananda Murtaye. Nishprapanchaya. Shantaya. Niralambaya Tejasvini. Begin to imagine that your body has absorbed all the benefits of this practice. Imagine that the light around you extends feet around the body. So it's big, this big aura. Deepening your breath and wiggling the fingers and toes. Rolling over to one side and coming up to seated. And we'll seal this practice as we began with the sound of Om. This time let's chant 3 Oms. Bringing the palms together at the heart. You're welcome to send the benefits of your practice to someone else or to somewhere. And let's inhale for Om. May this light that you've created stay with you throughout your day, week, maybe the whole month. And the light within me honors this light within you, remembering that we are the same, that we are one. Namaste. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you, Liza.
You're welcome, Kiki.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, Ginny.